It's Rock Hall of Fame nomination season, so what better time to check out the infamous Beach Boys induction when Mike Love served up a big lump of Mike hate. Hey, and welcome to 18 is Reacting with me, JSB. As hinted in my recent channel update, I'm using Wednesdays as wildcards where I'm trying out new things and seeing what works. So I'm kicking off with a reaction, but one that's music related rather than an actual tune, if that makes sense. In fact, it's possibly entirely disharmonious. It's Mike Love's legendary Hall of Fame induction speech from way back in 1988. Now, I have to admit, these days I don't pay close attention to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Some of their long-standing omissions have rendered the whole thing a bit of a joke at this point, so who does or doesn't get in is really of little interest. But in 1988, it was only in its third year, so the choices were still pretty obvious and difficult to dispute. Certainly, I don't think anyone would dispute that the Beach Boys belong in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. So there have been a lot of speeches over the years, of course, but few maintain the notoriety held by Mike Love's at this particular ceremony. But I realised recently that I have actually never heard or seen it, so I don't really know what he said. So today I'm going to find out and hope that it's as ghastly a spectacle as everyone claims. So there's a couple of YouTube options for this, including from the official Rock Hall YouTube channel, but as this is a grubby piece of history, I'm going to watch an older, grainier upload, which I will link to the original video of in the description below. So as you smash that like button, thanks, I will load Mike up and hear what he, perhaps unwisely, had to say for himself way back in '88.
You heard from Cousin Brian the reason why we started making music and the reason that keeps us going, and it sounds corny, but you can hear it in the harmonies, those of you who are musicians. And the reason why people like the Beach Boys is because we love harmony. We love music and we love harmony. And we love all people too. When I went to school...
Because it's not a song, I can pause this and talk through it. He's starting off okay. I'm assuming the talk of all this love is going to go sour before too much longer. I mean, we're only 30 seconds in. Let's see.
My cousin Brian and I would jump over the fence, ditch class, we'd go surfing. Now, we couldn't surf very good, but it was a whole lifestyle thing. Some of our favorite records were the doo-wop type of deals, and there you go again with harmony. And I think it's wonderful to be here tonight, but I also think it's sad that there are other people who aren't here tonight. And those are the people who have passed away. Those are the obvious ones. But the other not so obvious ones are people like Paul McCartney, who couldn't be here tonight because he's in a lawsuit with Ringo and Yoko.
Okay. I think we're at the start of the notoriety right away here. Yes, Paul McCartney wasn't at this induction for the Beatles, who were, of course, in on the same night, but a lawsuit with Ringo? Sure, Mike, sure.
That's what he sent a telegram to some high-priced attorney in this room, you know? And that's a bummer, because we're talking about harmony, right, in the world. If we can't get it together in America and in England in harmony within our groups, I mean, believe it. You can believe it, the Beach Boys have their own internecine or whatever you call it, squabbles. But that's a bummer when Ms. Ross can't make it, you know?
I don't know why Diana Ross wasn't able to make it, but I'm sure she had a good reason. Keep going, Mike. Who else you got?
We did about 180 performances last year. I'd like to see the mop tops match that.
I take it Mike is aware that John Lennon's been dead for 8 years at this point. Yeah, and to suggest that Paul McCartney couldn't tour a bunch of dates. Yeah, sure. This is great. It's living up to expectations. And we've got minutes left to go. Carry on, Mike. Who else you got?
I like to see Mick Jagger get out on the stage and do I Get Around versus Jumpin' Jack Flash any day now.
And again, I have to keep reminding you, this is 1988. Now he's having to go at Mick Jagger, who is still performing in 2025. I mean, so was Mike, but uh, yeah, this is blissful.
Now, a lot of people are going to go out of this room tonight thinking that Mike Love is crazy. Well, they've been saying that for years. The United States is 6% of the population of the world. That's why I came here tonight with Muhammad Ali. Muhammad, salam alaikum.
So let me follow this with you, Mike. The United States makes up 6% of the world, so therefore Muhammad Ali. Sorry, what? um, but the audience is applauding just about every piece of nonsense he's saying, and poor Muhammad has to acknowledge him there. He's probably there to see the Beatles, not the Beach Boys, but hey, whatever.
What I want to see is this whole room recognize that there is one Earth here, and I want us to do something fantastic with all this talent and all this wonderful spirit and soul. And I'd like to see some people kick out the jams, and I challenge the boss to get up on stage and jam. I want to see Billy Joel, see if he can still tickle ivories. Let me see.
Again, 1988. He seems to be casting doubt on whether Bruce Springsteen or Billy Joel can perform when they're at their absolute height of their careers. Sure.
I know Mick Jagger won't be here tonight. He's going to have to stay in England. But I'd like to see us in the Coliseum and him Wembley Stadium.
Okay, I'm gonna have to stop you there, Mike. I'm not even at the ceremony that you're at, but I'm guessing the Beatles must have been inducted after the Beach Boys, because who inducted them on this very night? Oh, wait, it was Mick Jagger. So you're not really paying close attention to what's going on, are you, Michael?
Because he's always been chicken shit to get on stage with the Beach Boys. And we're going to do it for world peace and love and harmony. Yeah!
Sure, Mike. World peace, love, and harmony. You've got to preach it like you beach it. All right, Mike Love, ladies and gentlemen, preaching world peace, love, and harmony by virtue of slagging off everybody he can even think of. Well, that did not disappoint. Um, he's as vitriolic about everybody and anybody for no discernible reason that I could pick up on. Basically, he thinks he's the last one standing in terms of being able to perform. Again, I can't state this often enough. 1988, when all these people, apart from the ones who are already dead, which he didn't seem to notice that John Lennon had been gone for 8 years, yeah, they're all still out there. Paul McCartney's still out there. Billy Joel's definitely still out there. The Boss is still out there. And they're all doing great. Anyway, so he said at one point that everyone's going to say Mike Love's crazy. Well, they said other things about him. They used slightly different words at the time and since. And then he just doubled down on it and said he didn't regret any of this. But I think in recent years he did finally concede that he might have gone a bit far. And gee, Mike, you think? You've got to feel for the other band members who didn't really see in that clip, but they must have been up there on stage not too far away looking pretty bloody awkward, I would guess. He mentioned that his cousin, Brian Wilson, had already spoken before him, so I'm not sure how that went, but he started off well, though, didn't he? It's all about love and harmony. Great. And then it took a wee turn. I bet he thought it went over great. And what the hell was the thing with Muhammad Ali? I was lost. If anyone can provide slightly more context on that, or anything else that I've missed because I wasn't there, and I was 8 at the time that this went down, um, I'd be interested. So let me know. In any case, I enjoyed that. So if there are any other notorious speeches or interviews with major rock artists from over the years that I should check out, well, let me know. Meanwhile, YouTube has some useful suggestions for palate cleansers from that nonsense for me to check out. So thanks for watching today, and bye for now. But I really hope not for long.
Acting is reacting. This does not mean acting again.